you have to be somebody who wants it. People say you want it, okay, and so on, but you have to really want it, you know. It's like,
Thank you,
it's like
sir Hinko.
you see a lovely girl walking down the street and you say, you know what, that's what I got to get. That was the same way. That was how we felt about Arthur.
POWCAST Sports. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Yes, Sir Hinko. May I know how? May I know, are you considering to sign a few more? And what's your criteria in signing Filipino boxers?
Really good question again. I mean, you guys have obviously rehearsed your questions. These are good. Some of the other interviews we've been on are nowhere near as good as this. So, as I said, we are looking to sign. Well, we're in the middle of trying to sign one now, and it's really close. We're looking to sign another established fighter, and then looking for maybe 2 young talents. Okay, the criteria we have is that you have to be somebody who wants it. People say you want it, okay, and so on, but you have to really want it, you know. Secondly, you have to have the right personality in the ring and out of the ring. Okay, you can be a great talent in the ring, but if we can't work with you, then we won't work with you. Simple as that. Okay, and then the third one is that, you know, we need to get on. You know, because it's very easy to be a manager when things are right and when things are going well. But when it's difficult is when it really shows. Now, if we don't have that relationship with the boxers and if we don't have that with their families and so on, it's not going to work when it's difficult. And there are going to be more difficult and hard times in an athlete's career than there are good times. So that's our general criteria. And then we look at, okay, for example, Arthur, you know, he's established. He didn't need us. He could have gone anywhere else. But we saw that there's something in him that we can fix and make better to take him to that next level, you know, so that he's not just a challenger anymore, that he has the real chance of taking the title away. And that's what we look for, a project, you know. And Arthur's got 3 or 4 years in him. You know, look at the French champion now. You know, he's 34, 35 years old. You know, we have our own Filipinos who are 38, 39 who are world champions, you know. So he has it there, but it's a strategy and it's not something that we want to rush.
Another one, it's like a throwback. How did you meet Arthur Villanueva?
Really good.
How did you
Really
meet him?
good. You know, I'm thankful that when we were doing football in the Philippines, we came across a great guy called Pio Solo. Okay, Pio was introduced to us, and I don't know if you guys know him. He owns a number of gyms in Cebu, and he was introduced to us to help along with football. Instantly, I clicked with this guy. You know, he is just such a genuine person, and the knowledge that he had and experience in boxing, we couldn't let go. All right, and so we established a relationship, and now Pio is our man in Philippines. You know, so we wouldn't have met Arthur if Pio didn't say, you know what, this is a guy that we need to get. Not that we want, it was we need to get him. And when Pio spoke like that, it just had to happen. You know, and through Pio, if you don't make the grade through Pio, you don't get to us. You know, and Arthur came through really quickly. You know, and when we saw what was possible, we had to get him. It's like,
Thank you, sir Hinko.
See a lovely girl walking down the street and you say, you know what, that's what I got to get. That was the same way. That was how we felt about Arthur.
Thank you, sir Hinko.
You're welcome.
Okay. Hinko, just wanted to also clarify this. I've read on the article that it was a 5 years management contract. For 5 years, that's showing a lot of confidence. And let me just say this. He's 31 years old. It looks like he's going to be fighting until 36. What did you see in Arthur to offer him such a long contract? Usually I see 3 years, but 5 years. What made you decide?
Because we saw that it's not going to be a quick fix. It's not going to be a quick journey. And we, you know, as I said earlier, you know, it's all about strategy for us, you know, and especially with COVID, we don't know what's going on there, when it's going to get released or restrictions, you know, coming up. So it's, hello, Rico Navarro. It's good to see you, my friend. You know, so that's going to be a journey in itself, you know, where we lose 1 year or something like that. But secondly, to get the new techniques and the new things that we want to incorporate will also take a little bit of time. I think it's also important to understand it wasn't just us that wanted 5 years. also Arthur saw that as a benefit, so it was a mutual two-way street. So he saw that it's a long-term vision, and it's important. The last thing we want is to create a champion and then the contract ends.
POWCAST Sports. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.